Oh my goodness. 9.5 years in a Russian. See, when I lay on my side and try and talk a visible, try to do a video, my words start slurring. Let me sit up a little bit. Okay, so Brittney was sentenced to 9.5 years in a Russian, uh, what they call a penal place. Russian prison. They call it a penal or something like that. Penal facility. Anyway, just understand that Brittany's not going to a place like Rikers Island. Rikers Island? Look, Rikers Island is Disneyland compared to any foreign jail or penal system. You know, she won't be lifting weights. Hey, Jay Bliss. Hey, hi. She won't be lifting weights, every day. There's no cable TV. When she gets out in 9.5 years, if she lives through it, she won't come out all buffed. She's tall, lean, and thin now. She's going to look emaciated and like a skeleton. Uh, She's going to look like she did 20 years of hard labor. And, you have prisons here in America, that are basically country clubs, especially people like white collar crime criminals like your Bernie Madoffs and all of them, any congressmen or congresswoman, when they go to prison, they go to like a country club and shit. There are no country club prisons in any other country except America. Um, when I watched the video of her on CNN, and I just watched her reaction as she was told she's going to do 9.5 years, I just immediately I felt her pain. I just got like all that heavy burden just came upon me, and my heart was heavy and sinking. And because I'm sure she's uncomfortable, to say the least. But the woman is what, 6'9" or something, or is she 7 feet already? She's really, really tall. I think she's 6'9". And they don't have a bed, and nor do they care how comfortable she sleeps at night. You know, and I could just see her heart was, the burden, the stress of just knowing you ain't coming home, if you ever do come home, if you make it within 9 years. Because let's face it, she's black, she's a woman that sounds like a dude, looks like a dude, acts like a dude, and she's gay. Bad enough she's black, but being gay too, I had said a prayer. I only did one video about her, and that's when she first got arrested. And I talked about in that video how, I don't know, Russian people really like me for some reason. I don't know why, don't know what it is. And so I had prayed that God would give her the favor with Russians as I have with them, and just to make it a little bit easier for her. I was never a follower of her. I don't follow sports, period, except baseball here and there. But I'm not into basketball, men's nor women. You know, but this is a rough situation. Now, whether she really intentionally brought that cannabis oil with her, it's possible. It's possible that she wasn't thinking as she was packing and she packed it. That's believable, especially if you smoke and do that stuff a lot, you know. You might not be thinking. Like, for instance, I know I had flew to New York, went shopping and bought some Bath and Body wash and lotion, right? And, you know, the regular size bottles, but they're too big to carry back on the plane. And I was only up there for about 3 days, but I was coming back like exactly a week later, but I was going to drive back. And I wasn't thinking when I packed my little short bag to just fly back to Atlanta, um, I put those new bottles in the bag, not thinking, not remembering or being reminded that they're too big. And I could have just left them there because I was coming back the next week and drove back home with them. But I don't know what I was thinking. I just put them in the bag. When I got to the airport, they confiscated them. And that was like $30 worth of stuff I had to leave at the airport. It just kind of slipped my mind. I don't fly often, and these new rules since 9/11 and what size bottles you can bring with lotion I completely forgot. And so I'm sure she flies more often than I do, you know. And it look, whatever reason why she had it, how it got in her bag is just mute right now because she's been sentenced to 9.5 years of hard labor in a Russian prison. And it gets freaking cold up there in the Caucasoid Mountains where she'll be. Her body ain't used to it, you know. She ain't, just being, uh, you know, being black. Your body ain't used to living in that part of the world. We don't come from there. We're children of the sun, you know. And it's a different kind of cold. It's that cold. In the summertime, it's hot, hot, hot. They feed you slop. Although she looks good, her skin looks good, But I just really felt for her, and then I fell asleep, and It just carried her burden, just carried on with me in my sleep because I was crying in my sleep, like that deep cry, just feeling what she's feeling. What do you call that? Is that what you call an empath? Is that what that is? Because, yeah, I tend to take on the burdens of others. And this time I'm crying in my sleep, in my dream. Just crying. But, hey, Baker says she's not going, you said country club jail. Yeah, we got Bill Cosby jail. Well, I hope she doesn't. I hope that, there is a prisoner swap. Her and another guy, I forgot his name. Is it Paul Warren? His name escapes me. But I hope that does take place. That'll be great. And she'll probably never want to leave American soil again. I know I wouldn't. I would never want to go to another country. But you know what? I know one person that could have got her out of jail like the next day after after she got arrested. There was one person who could have done that, not the president. One person. Can anybody guess? Give him Creflo, yeah. Nope, not Johnny Cochran. Not even a lawyer. There was one person that could have got her home within hours of her initial arrest. Come on, take a guess. Think of one person who could have got her out. Could have. Who could have? Trump. No, nobody respects Trump. Trump was Putin's lackey. He ain't got no respect for him. Michael Jackson. That's who. The Russians loved Michael. All he would, no matter where Michael would have been in the world, all he would have had to do was make a phone call. She'd have been released. Yep. Yep. The Russians loved Michael Jackson. Just like in the first video I did, I talked about Brittney Griner. Dallas Austin. I think it was somewhere in the 2000s. Naomi Campbell had a birthday bash in Dubai. And Dallas Austin flies over to the Emirate country, Dubai, with a poop load of cocaine. And they arrested him. He was looking at life. The reason why Dallas Austin is back on American soil is not because any congresswoman, no congressman, not because of the president. It's because of Lionel Richie. The Arabs, yes, I say Arab because that's how they say it in Brooklyn, New York, not Arab, Arabs. The Arabs love Lionel Richie. And I believe Michael Jackson could have done the same thing for Brittney. Yep. We can give Russia Creflo, T.D. Jakes, that new fool, what's his name? Lamar Miller Whitehead, or Bishop Pigeon Shit, as I call him. They all can go. Yes. Yep. He made a phone call. If it wasn't for Lionel Richie, man, please. But Brittney does look good. You know, she doesn't look like she lost any more weight than than she had been. And her skin looks good and her eyes look good, you know. So that's a good thing. So far, so good. Yeah, look it up, Jennifer. Look it up. Oh, Honey Bun. I gotta remember who you are, Baker. Honey Bun. Yeah. So, it is what it is. She just gotta sit tight. I don't believe she's gonna do the entire 9.5 years either. I think they're going to swap prisoners. You know, it takes some time, but she'll be home soon. You know? And I bet she'll never make that mistake again. And hopefully this is a shining example for others that, be very careful of what you do here in America. And when you are about to travel, make sure you don't bring that stuff, When you pull out your suitcase and stuff, you haven't used it in a few years. You need to go through it first before you start packing. Make sure it's clear and empty, and then begin to pack and be very careful because it is a nightmare when you get locked up on other soil. It's a nightmare. And Brittney has money, so for her, yes, it's still a nightmare, but it could have been a worse nightmare. You know, she does have the financial means to deal with it. But if you don't have the financial means and you locked up in another country and you don't even speak their language, hmm, hmm. Anyway, you know, look, she's been there about 6 months, 5, 6 months or so. She looks good. That's a good sign. And that's that. Mm, hope she makes some friends. I hope she's around some, even if they're Russian, somebody who speaks English, you know. It's, she'll be all right. She'll be home before 9.5 years. I hope. I hope. Let's all pray for it. Alrighty. That's it for now. Jay Bliss, it's so good to see you. So good to see you. And maybe I'll go live later on tonight, like late tonight, like maybe after 11, and we can discuss Bishop Pigeon shit. I'm sorry, excuse me. Lamar Whitehead. Oh my God. He's killing me. He's killing me. He's such a liar. And again, he is an example of narcissistic personality disorder. That's it right there. You know? Anyway, it's time for me to go. Thank you all for stopping by. Revolution, honey. Thank you all for stopping by. And I'll see y'all soon. Peace.